In today's society, music holds a huge place. It is everywhere, in commercials, movies, radio, in the malls, restaurants, subways. Wherever we go, we cannot escape music. But why? Why do humans love music so much that they make it omnipresent? Well, there's three main points of view to try and explain this phenomenon: the anthropologist, the humanist, and the scientifics. To begin with, the anthropologist's view helps us understand how was music important for the human species evolution-wise. I have to say that all of this section is hypothetical, because even if we have found music instruments that are really old, we cannot be 100% sure what were the uses. The father of evolution, Charles Darwin, thought music was first used for sexual selection. As he said, it appears probable that the progenitors of man, either the males or females or both sexes, before acquiring the power of expressing mutual love in articulate language, endeavored to charm each other with musical notes and rhythm. Sexual selection is a crucial element in the evolution theory. It is the principle of choosing a good mate, because the kids will have the genes of both parents. If you want to evolve and survive as a tribe, you need to have the best genes possible. And because the female, especially human, can have a lot of babies in her lifespan, they need to be choosy about their partner. This could have led, as Darwin thought, to a new criteria to help women distinguish good mates from bad mates: rhythm. Music could also have been used for communication purposes. In the ancient times, it was really hard to know if a stranger was willing to cooperate with you for hunting, let's say, or if they would defect and go alone. Without language, they had to find something else, which was presumably music. Robert Axelrod explains it in his Evolution of Cooperation book. If one person started singing or making music, and a stranger were to synchronize his voice to the first, that could mean that he was willing to cooperate. On the other side, someone who wouldn't sing, or would deliberately sing something else, would show his unwillingness to collaborate and would be left alone. Another point of view, more modern, has some other good reasons as for why we love music so much: the humanists. It is easy to see that music still helps create connections. Wherever we look, there are small or big groups of people that like the same genre or artists. On the internet, there are thousands, if not millions, of fan pages, blogs, and forums dedicated to a certain artist, Justin Bieber or One Direction, for example. Even outside of the traditional pop, communities bound all united by their love of music. That is another reason why people love music so much. It creates great connection within groups. This phenomenon is mostly observed among teenagers. As Jay Allen says, teenagers need to express and label the emotions they are feeling, such as love and loneliness, and music is the perfect medium. Listeners can meet other people that may struggle with the same problems as them and that found music helping. Music also plays with emotions. It makes us feel, depending on the notes and the order they are played in, a total range of emotions. For example, the music of Hans Zimmer always makes me feel powerful and ready to conquer the world. But the soundtrack of Schindler's List always make me cry, even though I don't really know why. That is part of the music mystery, but I think it is one of the reasons people can't live without it. it never ceases to amaze you, even though you can explain why. Another hypothesis about the strange love of human for music is its universality. Every known society and culture made music, even though some civilizations has never seen other humans than those of their tribe. It seems to be a common point to all the human species, which could be, to go with the anthropologist's view, a way to differentiate us from the other animals. But it is also a great way to travel, without spending a lot of money. Each society has its particular sounds that tell the story of a nation. When listening to those, eyes closed, everything is possible. Lastly, the scientists try and explain with researches and studies why our brain loves music. One of the explanations was found by Valerie Salimpour, neuroscientist at McGill University. She did a study in which the participants listened to their favorite music. After only 15 minutes of listening, the brain of the listeners were filled with dopamine. This is a neurotransmitter that is usually released when having sex, eating, or engaging in powerful drugs. It is, therefore, seen as a reward by the brain, which motivates it to seek it more. However, there's a problem with this. Animals too secrete dopamine while eating or having sex, but they do not react to music. So, while dopamine release is a good beginning of an answer, it is not the only parameter that we need to consider. Salimpour deepened her study. She made a playlist of unfamiliar songs and made participants listen to the first 30 to 60 seconds of them. And after, they were asked to choose how much they would spend on the song, from $0 to $2. By scanning their brain at this moment, it was possible to predict the price they would pay. That is because of some region of the brain reacting unexpectedly. In fact, a region of the brain usually active during sex and gambling, the nucleus accumbens, was active in connecting to other regions of the brain. Those included the amygdala, that processes emotions, and the hippocampus, the memory master. So music activates a lot of the brain's region, which could be a reason why humans in particular are attracted to music. And even though we now know what music does to the brain, we still do not understand why it does it. In conclusion, humans love music because of the evolutionary benefits, the connection that it brings with other people, and the way our brain reacts to it. However, one detail still intrigues a lot of scientists and researchers. Usually, a trait disappears when it doesn't have an evolutionary use. Does this mean that music still has an evolutionary benefit to this day? Or does it mean that the human race is a one-of-a-kind species that liked music so much that they kept it after its use was over? Anyway, music is and seems to be well suited to stay another 1,000 years.